Our guest on Rambling Sound this week is Warren Tesoro, who I say is the master of a cappella doo-wop in New York City. You've been doing it for a long time, and you're so very good at it.
Oh, I love doing that. I love singing those songs. And whoever thought I would still be singing these same songs that I grew up singing when I was a kid? This is the first introduction to music that I ever had. And I never left it. I've always loved it, even though I've been through different musical phases. I've always come back to this.
Yeah.
Just like Bobby J.
Yeah. He's been around a long time.
Yes.
He's done it. He's very good at it, too.
I love
How
what
did
he
it start
does.
for you? And what age were you? And what do you remember about the early days? And who were the inspirations?
I remember 1960, and I grew up in the Williamsburg projects, 4-story projects. They're still there.
Wow.
And now that neighborhood is a little very she now. It's hard to get an apartment there now. And there was a group on every different block of the projects. But on my block, all my friends had a group. And I love those guys. I can't remember Juan Sanchez and Michael Oakes and my brother. And I can't remember everybody's name. But yeah, they showed me how to sing harmony, harmony, harmony. And then next thing you know, we're singing, we're at my house. I invited them all up to my apartment, and we're singing along with the records, whatever record I had, we were able to sing and do. And it was a beautiful thing, man.
Who were your who did you idolize back then? Was there one group, or was there a group in the corner that hit it big and that you used to sing with, or were around them and listened to them?
Well, there was a group, Dallas Wilson had a group, and I can't remember their name, but they were really good. And there was another group called the Sunny Boys, and Felipe Luciano was in that group, and they were really good. That's in my neighborhood now, But we all loved the Spaniels and the Paragons and the Jesters, They were like some of our favorite groups.
What happened when the British wave came through and doo-wop went away, basically, and we kind of had to turn to the Rascals and Motown and groups like that? What did you do then?
I listened to it, and it was very good, actually.
There was some good stuff.
It was good, and actually the girls in my neighborhood liked that stuff. So if I wanted to kind of make it with them, get into their house.
All about the girls.
It's all about the girls.
Everybody I talk to says that.
Yes.
All about the girls.
Yes. And that's and when I started singing doo-wops, at an early age, the girls would take notice. And when I went to Eli Whitney High School, there was a talent show, and me and Mickey and Eberly James.
Mickey Zayas.
Yeah, Mickey Zayas and Eberly James and Donald Wingfield and George Velez did a song. We did One Summer Night by the Dandeliers up there on the stage, right? Nobody knew who I was in that school until after that talent show. Everyone knew my name, and all the girls knew who I was. So I knew I was onto something here,
When did you first get serious, and when did you first get paid for a job? What was it?
That's
back
right.
then, or was it later in life?
It was probably later in life. There weren't too many. There was a small club that wanted to use the group. It was usually, where's the club owner who was supposed to pay us?
Yeah.
Where's the club owner? He's not here. He left. Yeah. So that happened a lot, until I don't know, until like UGHA. You remember UGHA?
Oh, absolutely. You did a lot of shows with a lot of different groups. Yeah.
Ronnie I got us a lot of work.
Yeah.
For pay. And after
He
that,
was always good for it, wasn't he? You always got a paycheck from Ronnie.
He was the greatest guy. I mean, yeah, man. Everybody respected him and knew if he was going to send the group somewhere to entertain, that it was going to be a good group. And the group I had there with the Larkings, we backed up a lot of the single artists that he brought. If he brought George Grant from the Castells, we learned the backgrounds to over a cup of coffee, and My Girl Awaits Me. If he brought Baby Washington, we learned Let's Love in the Moonlight that she did on Neptune. And the guys I had were very astute. They listened to the records and learned their parts too. So when we got up there, it was so rewarding.
Now, the Larkings, some of the guys that you're still singing with,
Yes.
Alvarez.
Yes.
And who was some?
Gil, I think Gil was
Perez,
one of them. Gil, and then I had Bernard Jones with us too. And
anybody know where he is? I asked Norman Fox today, and he didn't know where he was.
We want to know, and we think you know, when you get older, you get Alzheimer's. A lot of my friends have it, you know, and I guess he's in a nursing home somewhere.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Sad. He could sing. He had a great bass
He was
voice.
the best. The best. He knew every song, every lyric. He knew how to throw that bass. He didn't just go dow 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 dow. He was a real bass singer.
pro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a pro. He knew
Yeah.
how to floor the harmony, and and he knew how to sing gospel too. So when you add the gospel chords to a doo-wop, it really sounds great. Yeah.
Talk about Colony Records. How did that
Yes.
start? And how long did you work there?
25 years.
Wow.
Located in the Brill Building,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the famous Brill Building. Yeah, Paul Simon had had an office there, and actually we auditioned for Paul Simon with Andre Garnes, which is Sherman Garnes' brother from the Teenagers, and some of the guys at my store. We just went up there and auditioned with Mickey Zayas for his new play, The Cape Man. He was looking for guys to sing like Frankie Lyman. But I started at Colony, 1980, I don't know, 87 maybe, I don't know.
People you met. I mean, the pictures that you posted over the years that I've seen of people that came in there.
Yes.
Oh, great stuff.
Oh, man, and we befriended all of them. Sonny Rollins, the great tenor saxophone, but he knew our name. He knew all our names. He would call us over, Warren, find me this piece of sheet music. And we took pictures with him. He's still alive and doing well. He's one of the last of the great tenor saxophonists that are still around from that bebop era. Yeah. And all the wonderful people that would come in there. Milton Love and the Solitaires came in there once. And
Good man.
yeah, oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. He's back, by the way, singing again.
Good.
Yeah, man, because he's got that voice,
Oh,
doesn't he?
it's
Oh,
pure.
just
It really-
pure,
yeah.
wonderful. I
Yeah,
wish
it really
Rob
is.
Albanese would hire him, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't know that he's back, you know.
Yeah.
But before that, I worked in record stores all my life. I got away with murder. Some people had to work in factories, you know. Some people had to be civil service. But when I lived in Jamaica, Queens, I worked at Triborough Records on 165th Street off Jamaica Avenue. And they had a great 45 department. You know, they had a section for the Spiders from New Orleans and all the great groups. And Bobby Robinson and Paul Winley would come around and drop off their records. So we would have them in stock, right? All the stuff on Winley and Fury. And there was a curtain. If you turned all the records were there in stock. So we played records for the customers there. And that was one of the first jobs I ever had right out of high school. And I met a lot of nice
You
girls.
fell in love with it and
I
you gave
fell
it
in
up?
love with it. I met a lot of nice girls there, too. I fell in love with it. And then, I worked for a record distributor that dealt in small, hard-to-find labels called Hector Distributing. And then and another distributor called Wind Distributing, which was owned by High Weiss, right, from Old Town Records,
Old Town,
and his
yeah.
brother George, right? And they ran that place like a real tight ship. It was fun, though. It was fun. Every place I worked was fun. And I worked on Jamaica Avenue and all the little record shops that sold records for 69 cents, the latest releases.
Yeah.
And the competition was fierce. But I had to hear everything that came out. On the WWRL Soul 16, we stocked all those records, and I had to play them for the customers. And I learned the words to all that stuff.
That's how you learned it.
That's how I learned it. That's how I learned it from Triborough Records and my record collection, and even Colony Records. We had to learn every release that ever came out, because Colony carried one release of everything that ever came out. Everything that
Wow.
we had a section for Russian Zardas. We had a section. We had a great Latin section. I know I'm an expert on Latin music and Cuban music, so no one would mess with me when it came to that. And we had an oldies section and a great jazz section.
$1 million question. What the hell happened to all that stuff when it closed?
right.
I mean, the inventory had to be incredible. Sheet music,
Yes.
78s, 45s.
Records, 40. Yeah, well, the 45s was sold. That was sold a long time ago. We had a 45. I think Rich Rosen got a lot of those. You know who he is, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
no. Collector, big collector.
Yeah, collector. He's got a store in Las Vegas. And you people out there will probably know who Rich Rosen is because he probably sold you a record at too high a price, you know. Sorry about that, Rich, but that's what we know about you.
You sang with Norman Fox as one of the Raw Boys tonight, and
He said I was with him for 30 years. So I guess I was. Time flies. You don't even realize it, you know.
But you, over the years, you filled in for him when he needed somebody, and when he changed groups, and they brought you in. You sang for quite a while, I guess.
And then next thing you know, I was there permanently. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's an unbelievable man. I interviewed him today, and
isn't he great?
What a gentleman.
He's a happy guy. He's wonderful. He's in good health. He lost all that weight, and his girlfriend helped him do that. She's a dietitian.
Yeah.
She watches what he eats and exercises. He lives in Hollywood now, I think,
does,
right?
Yeah. He's living the part. He looks the part.
Well, he worked in the garment district all those years.
All those years, right.
Very hard. He traveled all around the world to pick up textiles and bring them back to the U.S. and then have them made here.
Right.
Yeah, the garment district. Yeah.
So, what are your plans now? Do you want to keep singing until they say it's time to shovel you down, or what?
I'm 73 now.
Huh?
I'm 73. I just had a heart attack. You know that.
I know that. Good to see you back.
And
look,
look, I'm back.
Yeah.
I listened to my doctors. They told me not to do anything. So I stayed home and I was on my computer and I watched TV. I watched every TV movie you could possibly.
You did the right thing. You can't mess with that.
I can't. And my friends all told me, you listen to those doctors and don't go out and don't do any gigs. Don't do nothing. And it worked out fine. So I'm being very selective about what kind of gigs I'm doing right now. But I'll be rolling along pretty soon, you know.
Good, and you can be selective. You love doing what you do.
Yes.
You're very good at it.
Oh, I love thank you.
I'm glad I'm on your mailing list because you send me some stuff that you're doing with the Brooklyn Connection.
Yes.
And the sound that you guys have,
Yes.
you can tell you've been singing together for a long time because there's such a blend there. There's such harmony. You guys are doing a great job, and I just want to let you know that.
Well, you know that thing I sent you with one's on Sunday afternoon? Did I send you that?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
That's the first time we ever did it. The first time we ever did it collectively. We never sang that song before, but we all had the record, you know?
Yeah.
So we knew what our parts were. So when we came together, bam, on Sunday afternoon, can I come by? Nice.
Yeah, really nice.
I love all the harp tone songs.
I know, you love everything.
And he's here right now, today, too. Yeah.
I just got through talking with him and having a picture taken with him again.
Woo.
I'm going to do something in the newsletter next week. So he's an institution.
He's got a busy table.
I'm glad I was part of this tonight to see if it is his last show.
Yeah, I'm so glad you came too.
Yeah,
you know?
I am too. Look, continued success. I'm
Thank you.
glad that I got to know you because you're a true treasure, and I do
Well,
appreciate
that's my last name, Tesoro.
treasure.
It means treasure. Yes,
it really?
Yes, in Italian.
I'm a genius.
Hey,
Sorry,
you
Tesoro.
figured
Good
it
luck,
out.
buddy.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.